Hi there. Lots of talk about DeepSeek. So let's see DeepSeek in action with Salesforce with GPTfy. So this is my Azure instance. And as you can see, I have DeepSeek provisioned here. Why? Because 17 hours ago, Microsoft announced that Azure can now offer you DeepSeek R1. So our team just heard of it about 8 hours ago, and it's really easy to do it with GPTfy. So I'm going to show you that in action. This is my instance. There's a bunch of information here about it, provisioned, all of that good stuff. But let's try it out. So I'm in Salesforce. I'm in a record. I have this sample prompt, which is really simple. All it's going to do is try and summarize this one line of description. All I'm going to do is click Run GPT-5, take this information, send it to DeepSeek on Azure, get back the response, and display it to you shortly. This is all done completely declarative. There is 0 lines of code written anywhere to do what I'm just going to show you. The other part of it, which is really interesting, is you are following all of the Salesforce recommended best practices in terms of potential handling, API key management, in terms of securely connecting. And we've built a native security layer that will scrub all the PII. Okay, so now we have a response. And what you see here is very interesting. Because DeepSeek R1 is a reasoning model, it is actually explaining his entire logic of how it's summarizing this information and trying to decipher it. And you can see that there is quite a bit of information here as it just deliberates upon this record. But let's look under the hood to see all the moving components. Click on this, and now I'll share what's known as the security audit record that GPTfy creates. It's got a prompt, like literally this is the prompt because we're just testing. So it has summarized this, right? So we sent this one line of information here, and this is what DeepSeek responded back with. This is the formatted response. This is token usage, all of that. This is just the raw response that you're looking at, right? All of this here, that raw response. And you can see that it has actually taken the time to go through and process it and all of it. But let's take a look further as to what all was under this thing. I go on, this is my prompt. And what you will see here is, this is my AI model inside Salesforce. If I click on it, you can see it's connected at OpenAI and Azure. And it has an endpoint, and we are using a named credential. This is the prompt using it. That's literally all that's happening on the Salesforce front. And the beauty of how we are doing it is that you can actually connect to however many AI models that you like. So you can have whatever, bring your own model you want to use, AWS, Google Cloud, Llama, Vertex, DeepSeek, OpenAI on Azure, OpenAI on OpenAI, Kensho, the ton of models that we support, and we are constantly adding newer support. So that's happening on this end. And then on the Azure side, we have our DeepSeek model, and we have some connection URLs and a bunch of things. All of this works completely natively in Salesforce up until the time it makes a call to an AI model. You have native data masking capabilities, and it works really, really well in terms of connecting to any model that comes out. So when you think of it from your architecture standpoint, and you think of these newer models that are coming out literally every other day, you want an architecture that has the agility, that has the smarts to swap these models as your business needs them. Whether they are for cost, whether they are for superior performance, whether they are for innovative features. This is the heart of doing AI right. You do not want to be slowed down and constrained by vendor limitations and their product design and support for some AI data layer or whatever else. You want a very direct connection from your Salesforce to your AI model and have robust support for security, for data masking, for automation in terms of firing off flows through it, launching Apex, vocab classes, updating fields, updating records, all of that kind of stuff. That is really how GPTfy customers are seeing value of bringing in a lightweight but very, very enterprise grade model. Curious to hear what you think. Thank you so much.